Make sure we're on the same page. Okay.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay, if there's any person who would like to make a public comment on a general item, although limited to the borough, please stand, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to make a comment.
My name's Mary Ann Saunders. I live at 222 Walnut Street. I just have a question about the lights. Did any of the borough have any input into the choosing the lights? You know, the style.
The lights were all discussed at public meetings on numerous
No,
occasions.
not.
Did the
Well,
public,
okay.
did the public have any vote on it? No, borough council reviews it in public and council.
I'm sorry, I
votes
didn't
on it.
know
That's
that.
okay.
Because the style, I was interested in because our lights are crappy. Whoever chose them
Well, you can.
didn't have much taste.
Sure, you can.
Sorry,
you
I'm
can-
sorry, I don't mean to be rude.
No, well, that is a little rude, but you can come to the borough manager,
Oh, cool.
and you can ask her to, she would be glad to show you, I'm sure,
Cool.
a
Okay.
copy.
Have you been to Sewickley?
Pardon me?
Have you ever been to Sewickley?
Yes, I
It's
have.
similar to those.
Okay.
Similar to
And a little class to them?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, anybody else have any other comment on general items?
Ingeborg Miller, from Amy's recommendable 300 feet of wall. I have a prepared statement, Mr. Smith, regarding your prepared public statement recited at the March 25th council meeting, which made unfounded accusations about a certain few concerned citizens. I would like to address these accusations at this time. You, Mr. Smith,
All lies, but hey,
You,
it
Mr.
makes you feel
Smith.
good.
are the one costing the borough unnecessary expense. You stated that the borough spent $22,000 to supply mandated public documents to a few residents. I hereby request a breakdown of that total. The documents should be available and kept at the borough building. Seems like they are everywhere but where they should be. The right to know officer insists on running everything through the solicitor, which adds legal fees for which Mr. Campus charges handsomely. What is there to hide? Why is it difficult to have transparency in our small town? The costs are created by the elected officials, and Mr. Campus profits from it. We pay for copies, which is our responsibility. Are you trying to intimidate people who choose to exercise their right to know? In my opinion, you are trying to keep everything out of the public's view and oversight. Such restrictive policy forces multiple requests resulting in multiple solicitor fees. Where's the openness in Blawnox government? There is no reason for these legal costs, no reason if everything open and disclosed. Why is so much being spent for people not to know? Second, questions such as the survey taken on July 31st, 2006 on regarding the capped Amatec property. Why did the borough have to pay $2,311? Another waste of taxpayers' money. If the owner of the gas station needs to know the property line, that would be their responsibility, not the borough of Blawnox. Another example would be the minutes of the Borough Council meeting, October 27th, 2005 stated, and I quote, "An occupancy permit was given to Citgo for a gas station only. If Citgo wants to expand its space with other businesses, they will need to meet the proper criteria for parking spaces and obtain occupancy permits for the additional businesses. Then Lasky should notify them of this. Failure by Citgo to comply could result the occupancy permit of the gas station being revoked.
Ms.
Right.
Miller,
In
can
this
Ms.
in-
Miller,
in
can you
this
try to wrap up
instance,
your comments,
Dan
please? 3 minutes.
would
almost
need
up.
to tell
They are
Citgo
up.
that they need to cease operations on day X until the occupancy permits are obtained and the proper number of parking spaces are obtained. According to the borough manager, the permit does not exist.
No.
This seems like a reasonable question. Why don't they exist? Since March 3rd, 2003, a pizza and Subway are operating without permits. Third, I object to your public display of
Ms.
complete
Miller, how much more do you have to read?
disrespect and discrimination of certain taxpayers at a public meeting. The
Does
very
anybody else-
people
does anybody else
you
have any
took an
public
oath
comment?
to protest.
Does
This is
anybody else have any public
unacceptable
comment?
and major
Ms.
violation
Albright, would you
of
state
your
your
oath
name
of
and
office.
address, please?
Sit down, Inc.
Would you state
My
your
name
and
is
address?
Peg Albright,
Yes,
and I'll take over Brenda.
good.
This is unacceptable and a major violation of your oath of office. You mentioned in your prepared statement that these taxpayers are unproductive. You're unproductive, let's see what else we are. And demanding. That is your opinion, not mine. The installation of sidewalks, trees, decorative lighting are items not for a few. They are for all residents to make the town show it has pride in its community. Which in my opinion the people do. This is for all of Blawnox. The grants have been available. Why did you pursue them only when challenged by the few residents? As for the trees, Inc. offered on September 208 to purchase, plant, and take responsibility for caring for the tree at the monument. After 2 trees were planted by the borough, neglected, and died, a motion was made by the council and passed for me to donate the tree and take care of it. Council had a costly legal letter drawn up to give to the local nursery. The solicitor insisted on writing the letter. Overbeck's also planted the tree. Needless to say, that the borough maintenance let it die. You stressed that the borough only has to supply the residents fire protection and police protection, water and sewer for which the people pay for. The borough collected
Ms. Albright, can you try to
service
wrap up?
charges
Your 3 minutes are almost up.
for Alcazan for property owners, which they failed to pay Alcazan. As a result, the borough recently settled out of court for $65,000. How much has that borough actually collected? What is the balance in which fund? Most of
Ms.
all,
Albright, your time is up.
you find fault with taxpayers for looking out of the welfare for the community and don't you even pay taxes.
Thank you, Ms. Albright. Any other
You're
comments,
welcome.
please?
Yes,
All right, please, Marlene, state your name and address, please.
yeah, my name is Melina Brzovic,
Take that over there where
221
it
H
belongs.
Street. No, I have a
Take
right
that
for her
over
to
there where it
record me.
belongs.
She's not recording
Take
you.
it where
She
it
can
belongs.
record me.
Take it where it belongs.
It's okay,
Record
it's
you
okay.
from over there.
On over where it belongs.
Would you please
Hey, is it
go
over
to the
here?
designated area?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, Marlene, please.
Okay, I'm gonna come closer
You
to
can
her
stand anywhere
since
you
you
want.
can hear
Oh,
me.
yeah, we want you to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
on the TV.
Okay. Yeah, okay. There is stuff that I prepared for you tonight. I'm gonna give you when I'm done
I was
reading.
going to suggest, if you have a prepared statement, why don't you hand it out, and we'll give copies to everybody, and then you can summarize.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. It's gonna fit in the 3 minutes.
Well, you're about a minute already in.
No, I'm not.
Let's
I'm
go.
starting when I start.
Let's go. No, you're.
My
you're
name
a
is
minute in. You
Melina
got 2 more
Brzovic,
minutes.
221 H Street, Blawnox. Thanks everyone for letting me speak tonight, and Andres the council, and mayor and everybody else here, thank you. I also want to thank you for letting me record tonight without the 24 hours notice prior to the meeting, and I would sincerely hope by the end of today's meeting that you would consider repealing, not amending, all of the Blawnox resolutions regarding recording. Resolution 2010-01 that was passed on January 28th, including the one tonight. The resolution 2010-01 and the one tonight that you passed is not the law. It violates the state and federal constitutions, and it violates the Sunshine Law. Ex post facto laws are explicitly forbidden by the United States Constitution and Pennsylvania Constitution's Article 1, Section 17. In quote, no ex post facto law, nor any law impairing the obligation of contracts or making irrevocable any grant of special privileges and immunities shall be passed.